They say justice wears a blindfold, but that morning, in a dusty little courtroom just outside of Savannah, Georgia, she took it off and slapped back. It started like something out of a bad sitcom. A quiet woman in jeans and a navy shirt walks into a courtroom. Nothing flashy, no badge, no pomp, just a calm face and steady eyes. No one paid her much mind. But what nobody knew was that she wasn't just some bystander. Her name, Lucía Navarro, fire captain, 25 years in the service. More fires under her belt than most people have birthdays. But that day, she wasn't there to fight flames. She was there because something stank in that courtroom. And it wasn't the old carpeting. Sitting beside a frazzled public defender was Diego, one of her rookies, barely 23, still learning how to roll a hose right now, being charged with vandalism based on the testimony of two cops officers Beck and Logan. You know the type, chest puffed out, wraparound shades indoors, smug like they were auditioning for a villain role. Their names had floated through station gossip before, always tied to missing complaints and bruised egos. Lucía had kept quiet then, but not today. It all blew up during recess. Diego got up to grab some water, and Beck, out of nowhere, grabbed him like he was resisting arrest. Except there was no arrest. Just a scared kid and a cop making a show. Lucía stood calm, clear, voice like gravel. Is that necessary? Officer Beck turned, smirked. And then he did it. Slapped her, full on, palm to cheek, in front of everyone. Silence. The kind that freezes time. The kind where even your heartbeat feels like a scream. Lucía didn't flinch, didn't say a word, just reached into her back pocket and pulled out a leather badge wallet, flipped it open slow. Fire Captain Lucía Navarro, Station 16, 25 years. The color drained from Beck's face, like someone pulled his plug. 10 minutes later, she was back, but not alone. This time, she was in full uniform, medals shining like sunrise, and behind her walked Detective Karina Miles, Internal Affairs, holding a folder so thick it looked like a phone book. Complaints, evidence, audio tapes, all swept under the rug, until now. And here's the twist, turns out this wasn't just about Beck and Logan. Behind them, Captain Harris, the one who'd been quietly pulling strings, burying reports, reassigning whistleblowers, a whole web of silence. Karina dropped it all, right there in front of the judge, one by one. People started to speak up. A young officer confessed he was demoted after reporting Beck for roughing up a homeless man. Another said she was told to shut up or lose her pension. The room cracked open like floodgates. Arrest warrants hit the floor. Beck, Logan, Harris, all in cuffs by sundown. But justice, as sweet as it sounds, comes with a bitter aftertaste. That night, a brick shattered Lucía's living room window. A note tied to it, back off or burn. Tires slashed. Traitor spray painted on her garage. Chief offered her a hotel. Lucía just shook her head. If I run, she said, they'll never speak up again. So the firehouse rallied, neighbors stood watch. Vets from town formed a night patrol. And the smear campaign, fake photos, edited footage, anonymous tips, all of it fell flat. Because the truth, it had legs now. And it walked straight through fire. 3 months later, Lucía stood in a federal courtroom. Calm, solid. That red mark on her cheek was long gone. But the memory, sharp as ever. That slap, she said, was never about me. It was about who they thought could be silenced. Beck and Logan got 12 years, Harris 15. 37 convictions overturned. A new civilian oversight board was born from the ashes. And Lucía. She went back to pouring coffee for her crew, training the next batch of rookies. Like nothing had ever happened, but something had happened. One act of defiance cracked a system wide open and reminded a city what courage really looks like. So now I ask you, what would you do? If you saw injustice, and knew you wouldn't stand alone. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe if you believe that silence only helps the oppressor, and it's time to make some noise.